everyone. Schools across the nation, as we've been reporting, are working to try to get some of our students off their cell phones. Good to have you back, everyone. I'm Dan Janey.
And I'm Emily Voles. Yet different districts have unique device policies. NBC 10 education reporter Abby Buttacavoli shows us the new approaches at 2 school districts in Rhode Island.
This is a Yonder pouch, one similar to what every middle and high schooler has in Central Falls.
This version is for an administrator who may, in a crisis, need to get to their phone quickly. But the student version actually has a strong magnet.
That magnet is closed at arrival and opened by an administrator at dismissal, something students here have become accustomed to since last school year.
It has been a game changer for our learning and our engagement.
The pouches cost fewer than $10 per student. 1,500 students have them, paid for by the state education department.
Kids are so much more attentive to the learning, having rich discourse with their peers.
Central Falls has long struggled with student grades and absenteeism. With these pouches, Superintendent Downey Toledo says student engagement increased by 15%. But most want to know.
We all know safety is a top concern in schools. What is the protocol for if something were to happen and students may need to access their phones?
So we take that burden off of students no matter what, whether they have a personal cell phone or not. We have invested in systems in the district to message every family multilingually, and that alert can get out within 1 second of us hitting send.
At East Greenwich, there are no pouches. Instead, a phone-free policy.
With students not being able to have their phone, what does the district do to communicate with families?
We're always going to do everything that we can to keep our kids safe. And when it comes to safety, I've let our families know you'll hear from me when something is going on.
In the middle school, if a phone is seen, it's taken. And new this year in the high school, no phones are allowed in common areas like hallways and cafeterias. Superintendent Brian Ricca says it's been successful.
We're trying not to make it punitive. We're really trying to make it about higher quality of teaching and learning and higher quality of relationships and interactions.
There are statistics to back up putting the phones away during the school day. According to Common Sense Media, 97% of students use their phones during the school day. The National Education Association says 83% of teachers support phone-free school policies. Now, these districts very different in scores and need choosing a policy they feel best to dial in to student success. I'm Abby Buttacavoli for NBC 10 News.